awesome.
This is, says it's a university and a well-known institution of higher learning challenged its students with this question: read everything that exists. Before I get, I've read this before, y'all. I'm sorry, but anyway, it's this. The student regularly replied, yes, he did. God created everything. And the professor asked, yes, he certainly did. The student replied. The professor answered, if God created everything, then God created evil. And since evil existed, and according to the principle that our works define who we are, then we can assume God is evil. The student became quiet and did not respond to the professor's with himself boasted to the students that he had proven once more that Christian's faith was a myth. Another student raised his hand and said, may I ask you a question, Professor? Of course, replied the professor. The student stood up and asked, Professor, does cold exist? What kind of a question is that? Of course it exists. Have you never been cold? The other student snickered at the young man's question. And the young man replied, in fact, sir, cold does not exist. According to the laws of physics, what we consider cold is in reality the absence of heat. Everybody or object is susceptible to study when it has or transmits energy. And heat is what makes a body or matter have or transmit energy. Absolutely is the total absence of heat. And all matter becomes inert and incapable of reaction at that temperature. Cold does not exist. We have created this word to describe how we feel if we have no heat. The students continued, Professor, does darkness exist? The professor responded, of course it does. The student replied, once again, you're wrong, sir. Darkness does not exist. Either darkness is in reality the absence of light. Light we can study, but not darkness. In fact, we can use Newton's prism to break white light into many colors and study the various wavelengths of each color. You cannot measure darkness. A ray of light can break into a world of darkness and illuminate it. How can you know how dark a certain space is? You measure the amount of light present. Is this correct? Darkness is a term used by man to describe what happens with no light present. Finally, the young man asked, Professor, does it exist? Now, uncertain, the professor responded, of course, as have I already said, we see it every day. It is a daily example of man's inhumanity to man. It is the multitude of crime and violence everywhere in the world. These manifestations are nothing else but evil. To this the student replied, evil does not exist, sir, or at least it does not exist to itself. Evil is only the absence of God. It is just like darkness and cold, a word that man has created to describe the absence of God. God did not create evil. Evil is the result of what happens when a man does not have God's love present in his heart. It is like the cold that comes when there is no heat, or the darkness that comes when there is no light. And the professor sat down. The young man's name was Albert Einstein. One day, an atheist professor who constantly tries to disprove God stood up on a podium in front of his class and said, today, class, I'll disprove God. If God really existed, then he would knock me off this podium within 15 minutes. The professor then took his watch and started to keep time. 10 minutes to go, God. 5 minutes to go, God. Now, a football player was outside the door and heard the teacher counting. When he heard the teacher was doing, he was furious and waited. 1 minute left. Well, class, as you can see, there is no possibility way that I will come off this podium. Well, no, so your God is, so also your God is at that moment. The football player came charging in and tackled the professor off the podium and onto the floor. Stunned, the professor stammered, "Where did you come from?" The football player smirked and replied, "God was busy, so he sent me."
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Well, believe it or not, that's a little story, but God does work with people.
Amen. He sends us.
He really does. To take care of things in various, he works with people, he works with things. There isn't anything in the world he can't work with because he created it.
That's right.
Amen.
Right.
Amen. Absolutely. Okay, praise the Lord. Anyone